We're getting our first look at some of the snowy conditions in the Wabash Valley based on our radar clouds map. Take a look at what has moved in, everybody. This system has been tracking across the Central Plains and the Midwest for a while now. It's finally here, and we started this thing off with snow in Terre Haute. It's changed over to sleet and snow in downtown. Down to the south, they've got all rain around Louisville and points even farther to the south. Wintry mix really setting up with more ice in southern Illinois. And we're going to get all three of those before this thing is said and done for us here at home. Winter storm. This is combined watches, warnings, and advisories. Winter storm warning still in effect for Missouri and western Illinois. Winter weather advisory for us here in the Wabash Valley. The difference between the two, this one's getting more snow. This one's a little bit more difficult to travel in. Both are not going to be easy to get moving around in unless you got ice skates on and some gloves and hats and everything else to get going. So here's the deal with temperatures. It was 31 2 hours ago. Now that the snow has moved in and the sleet, our temperatures have dropped a little bit to 28. Over the next couple of hours, when the atmosphere settles up a little bit, temperatures are going to come back up. And we're going to flirt with that 32-degree mark all night long, and with that, that's what's giving us the difficulty of, is it snow, is it sleet, is it freezing rain? And eventually freezing rain winds over in the next few hours, and I'll get there in a second. Winds are out of the east. Anytime you got winds out of the east with a system like this, the low pressure is farther to the south. That's giving us a good setup for what we've got outside right now, which is that wintry mix. Wind speeds are double digits, and so when we get some ice, it's going to be definitely a concern to see what those winds are doing overnight. There's a look at the clouds and radar map, and you say, well, what are these little greens and yellows in here? Well, that's where this is trying to say, okay, temperature at this location is such, therefore mapping it with the blues for snows, greens, yellows, and reds for the rain, and the purples and pinks for the mixture. This system combines everything. Vincent, you saw it pretty much first as snow, now to sleet. You're going to get into more of a sleet event. You'll see freezing rain down that way first earlier as well. Let's step through this. Every 2 hours, our future cast. The blues are snows. The pink is essentially what we've got, the sleet mixed in with the snow, and that's what both of these systems are showing us. The circle right there is going to be right here in the middle of Vigo County. 8 to 10 o'clock becomes more of a sleet event, and at this point, you see some of these green areas move in between there and midnight. That's going to be the freezing rain trying to take over. So what's going to happen is about 5,000 feet up in the atmosphere, it's going to get warmer. It's going to create rain. That's going to fall on a surface that's cold, and that's when we really get into this after midnight, between midnight and 2 a.m., 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. We've got some freezing rain moving in. 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of ice trying to coat some stuff outside. And by stuff, I mean sidewalks, your car, the road. Got to be careful traveling early tomorrow morning. The precipitation lets up between 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning and really lets up as we get into the second half of the day tomorrow with some light rain left over as temperatures jump into the 40s. So that being said, 6 o'clock tomorrow, the skies are going to try to clear as we get into early Saturday morning. Some light leftover snow to the north and temperatures in the mid-20s. So it gets cold again tomorrow night. But let's jump through this one more time. 30 degrees tonight. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain mixed in with a gusty southeast wind, mainly becoming east, and then a southwesterly wind tomorrow, changing everything to rain. So what's slick tonight changes over to rain at 42 for a high tomorrow, 24 tomorrow night, and your 7-day forecast shows us that temperatures not bad this weekend, but rain and warmer temperatures move in for next week. How about that high temperature of 47 on Monday, 45 on Tuesday?